Well, I tell you what, we gotta hurry up before it gets dark. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's time. Try a 60-volt lithium battery for a steel weed eater. This is going to be great. A 60-volt battery. We're going to try out a weed eater. Hot dog, let's get to it. Well, I'll tell you what, have you ever had one of those days? I tell you, I started off the week, I thought I had a good plan and everything went to pot. I mean, immediately. So the other day after we did a video, I was doing the hedge trimming. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but I bought a new hedge trimmer. I was rocking along, everything. I broke a pin in my favorite hedge trimmer. Let me show you what happened. All right, so what happened the other day, I was sitting here and I couldn't get my combi to hook up. So inside the middle there, let me get this up to the camera, maybe you can see it. Right inside there's a pin, and this is the pin that goes in that connects so you can use the combi. Well, it messed up, and I thought, well, not a big deal. I'll run down there and I'll run steel and give me a piece. Well, they said, oh, we'll order one. We didn't have one in stock. I thought, all right, no big deal. So we went on, and I went on a couple days, did some things, and I mean, it's middle of spring, we gotta get serious. So I went back by and checked on it after a day or two. Still no hedge trimmer, still nothing. He said, well, I said, well, what about a battery powered? I've been wanting one for a long time. And I just thought, well, so he priced that as $1,000. So it was $500 for the weed eater. And then the batteries is what the expensive part of it. To buy a battery and a charger is gonna be another $500. So right at $1,000. And I thought, I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 on another weed eater. And so I was kind of looking around, thought about buying another cheapo. I've got some old ones. And I thought, well, what in the world? So anyways, long ways into this thing, I decided that I was just going to have to go down. I was going to go look at another brand. So fast forward a little bit, I went to the other brand, which we will do a video on next week. We're going to do a comparison on both of them. I just haven't got it yet, so kind of back to my story. But so I went down and I bought a Crest, which I've wanted one forever. Super excited about it, but I couldn't get one. Well, I could get the machine, but they don't sell the batteries with the unit. You have to order the batteries. All right, so now, but they had a sale going. So what their sale was you could buy the unit for $500, and then you get a free 2 batteries and a charger. And I thought, well, this is a no-brainer. Okay, well, the new unit I was going to spend was going to be $500 for the gas, or I could just go ahead, buy the battery pack with the batteries. And I thought, perfect. This is exactly what I need. So I marched down. I'm all excited. It's going to take the week to get it. Well, now I'm still without a weed eater. And so anyways, I'm rocking on. I thought, well, I'll just walk into Steel, see if anything had came about on getting my saw still wasn't fixed. He goes, but we got a sale. So Monday I was there, it's gonna cost me $1,000. Tuesday, Monday is gonna cost me $1,000. Wednesday I walk in, they've got the same deal going as Crest, but I can get the batteries and I can get the weed eater. So 5 minutes apart, I buy the Crest, I walk down, I pinned up behind the Steel, so I get the Steel, I get the batteries, get everything, and I go to work. And then later that afternoon, they call and said they finally got the part in, so the next morning I can pick up my machine. So now, eventually I'll have 3 of them, all new, but I regress back to my story. So anyways, I never dreamed that I'd ever go in and buy a bigger battery. I've been using AK-20 batteries forever. I've got, my chainsaws run off of it. Everything run off this AK-20. And these have been great little batteries. I have not had any issue with them. But since I wanted to upgrade everything, now we've gone to the commercial series of the AP200. So that's the AP200 right there. This is a size comparison to the 2 batteries. Now, what the difference is, I have no idea. I have not gone through and ran it hard, but I've done some running on it. I've tried it. Let me show you the weed eater. So this is the gas-powered one that I've had forever, which has just been a good weed eater. I've had this thing 4 or 5 years. I have no qualms whatsoever. It's been a great weed eater. It's done the job, powerful, and I can have all the accessories. That's what I really what I need. I don't need to have 5 weed eaters for everything, because I just take care of my own stuff. So I've got 3 places that I got to take care of, but they're just my little things and for people I know. I don't go out and commercially do anything, but I do a fair amount of cleanups. So anyways, I just don't need to have a big unit. Our maintenance and all that is pretty minor to what we do on our every day to day. I mean, it's just a fraction of what we normally do, but I do it. I got a few people that need it and want it, and so we do cleanups and a few, but we don't do many. So that's why I keep this stuff around. All right, so the reason that I needed to get this other weed eater back, get these 2 weed eaters, or why I was so worried about getting this fixed, is I've got one steel bladed that I don't even trade these off. I just got one that does steel bladed for heavy grass. I've got my regular weed eater that I just keep the head on. I don't even change them. I just keep these separated, and that way it's just easy to deal with. I've got my extension pole that I can do that you gotta have every once in a while. You've got your my edger that I use all the time. I've got the chainsaw, so that's the chainsaw. And then I've got the hedge trimmer. So that's the reason I needed to go ahead and deal with this battery situation or go back to the steel gas. But I needed to go because I've got every attachment I could think of you could ever need. So I just was going to have to go back to steel, but that's where Crest is coming in. I'm going to go ahead and try the other stuff on it and see how it works also. So it ought to be interesting. This is a steel KMA 120R, the new battery powered 60 volt combo head unit. I tell you what amazed me about this little thing is how well it's done. All right, now in this video, I'm actually talking why I'm doing the cutting. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but this is quiet. And boy, that is nice. I can talk. It's that quiet. Now I'm going to show you another video of where the machine, we've got the gas powered going, just to show you the difference. Well, I tell you what, this had a little bit more power. I mean, it has a little bit more torque, has a little bit more power, but it is not enough to worry with. I mean, this thing being so loud, it is just loud. The funny thing about this that just cracks me up is that when I started, I didn't think it had any power because it wasn't loud. And it took me about 15 or 20 minutes to kind of get used to the idea that this thing was going to be, it's going to take a minute and it'll still, good God, Jeffrey. All right, it took me a few minutes to get used to the quietness of it. And after I got used to that, it's pleasant. I just didn't realize that I always had my earbuds in, I had my music turned up or my podcast, all that, so I didn't have to listen to those silly things and how loud they are. Now, I caught myself the other day actually weed eating. I didn't have anything in, I was just weed eating along and just whistling and having a good time. It is that quiet. Now, the biggest thing that I do not know, they claim these batteries will go 8 hours. I believe they will, but I have not tried it. I have no way to really test it. Nothing I do will ever last 8 hours, so it'll be perfect for me. But with 2 of these batteries on your truck, I think it's a no-brainer. Just the aspect of not having to go back and trim, or just the aspect of not having to go try to start these machines all the time, rip cords and all that stuff, braking. It is just night and day. Now, the reason I ended up going battery is literally I'm going to pay for this unit with gas savings. I used a mixed gas. Okay, so what I use, this is the gas I use right here. This is the steel mixed gas, which works fine, but it's $50 a gallon for this now. That's expensive. And I'm going to pay for this whole unit and batteries and everything just in gas savings. I think I can do it this summer, but I know for sure in 2 summers I could definitely do it for sure. But now, a guy that's actually using these all the time, I think it'd be a no-brainer. that you could really get in here and get these things paying for themselves quick. All right, well, here is the edge, or here is the battery charger for the steel. So this is what it looks like now for the new batteries. Slips in there, it's fast charging. Pretty slick. I tell you what, it really did a good job the other day. I was pretty impressed how fast it charged. Steel's saying that you get 1,500 charges on a battery. So that's, I don't know exactly how long that'd be, but that's 3 or 4 years, I would say. Anyway, just 2-year warranty on them. I think you'd go quite a while, but with just the batteries, I truly think that you could pay for the unit, and that's how I'm justifying it. So I wish I could show you the Crest, and I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison with the Crest, and I'm going to do one with the steel, just so we can kind of see the difference. We're going to weigh them, we're going to test them, and just see what the difference is on them. But one downside to the Crest is you can't get them. Well, you can get them, but you can't get the battery, so you can't do anything with them. So you know, it's just one of those things. But they also, in my town, they don't even carry the combo. So I ordered the combo kit so I could buy the accessories. And so during the summer here, we're going to go ahead and buy all the accessories we've got. And then I'm going to buy a chainsaw or two, and we're going to try those over the next few months. And we're going to put them up to head on the steel and see exactly how we like the Crest versus that. I think it would be, this is 2 main brands that I think would be a good one that everybody could try. And I'm excited about them. So I just think this would be a good one to try. If you would like to subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. I'm having a blast. I tell you, I had never dreamed in a million years I'd like making these videos like this, but I truly have enjoyed doing this and getting to talk to all the people. I never knew that I never dreamed in a million years that I would enjoy talking to a camera and getting the feedback from talking to people. It has been one of the most entertaining things I have done in a long time. So guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great week. Let's get after it.